What's up, everybody? Greetings. I am Doob666. Welcome to my first collection update of the new year. This is for January 2026. I have a decent little stack of all Giallo films here, ranging from the 60s to the late 80s. And yeah, I think it's a pretty solid update. Haven't had the most time in the world to really keep up with watching films, so I had to slash a few. The update's a little smaller than I had planned, but still 8 really solid films. Let's get to talking about them, guys. But you guys know how I like to do it. Still no tokes, guys. Not even really sick anymore, just not really feeling it today. So just gonna enjoy one of my last beers before I hit the wagon again as well for a few months. Gonna stop, drinking for a few months. I usually take a break like every year. So yeah, enjoying nothing but the best still. The old Colt. Toss her back if you got one. Cheers. Music today. It's by Evil Army from Memphis, Tennessee. My band, Green Terror, we're going to be playing with these guys pretty soon. So I was like, why not? We'll just feature their music for this update. Pretty cool, sick, kind of blackened, thrashy, punky, just good shit. I like it. Old school shit. Turn down a little bit. Let's get into it, guys. First one we have here is a VCI DVD. This is Mario Bava's Blood and Black Lace, widely considered to be the first Giallo film of all time. I would say that The Bat 1959 comes to mind, as well as an earlier precursor, but maybe not quite as defined. So yeah, this one really is, it really is a super it definitely just, it sets all the tropes and stuff for Gialli film, and I really like it. It's easily one of the most solid in this update and of the genre that I can tell so far. When you go with Mario Bava, you can't really go wrong. He's a fantastic filmmaker, and his legacy is still shining. I'm probably going to end up upgrading at some point to a better one, but this VCI DVD is really not bad. I actually really like VCI DVDs, so yeah. Legendary Giallo film. All the basics, everything you want in the genre, so mandatory viewing if you have not seen that. Right there for now. We got a Blue Underground here. I think I've got this before in a 3-pack of Blue Underground Giallo films. But this is Short Night of Glass Dolls. Who made this? Aldo Lado. Yeah, I think I have a 3-pack of like 3 of his films. This being one of them. It's been a while since I've talked about it though, and I like to get singular versions of everything if I can. Mainly because it sometimes has like more features that I didn't get elsewhere. This was a really solid film. It's kind of backwards in plot, but I really liked it. Acting's really top-notch in this as well. Early Giallo from 1971. Really cool concept, good kills, interesting plot twists and whatnot. It's a staple of the genre. Awesome fucking flick. Okay, got an Arrow Blu-ray here, y'all. This is Emilio Miraglia's The Red Queen Kills 7 Times. Super cool. What I thought was a supernatural like sort of Giallo film, but really you have to figure it out for yourself, like what's actually fucking going on. It's an interesting ride for sure. Great fucking music, great fucking cast, super cool kills. It's got all the beautiful like vibrant imagery that you'd come to expect from a Giallo film. Everything going for it as well. I really enjoyed this. And the print looks fantastic. Arrow always does a great job. Now we have a No Shame Films DVD, the Sergio Martino collection. And this is Your Vice is a Locked Door and Only I Have the Key. A very sexually charged Giallo in comparison to a lot of the others in this Like, there is definitely a lot of sexual tension and imagery and crazy shit going on in all of these films. But this one I feel is the most like hyper sexualized and stylized in that vein. So yeah, I would say that in terms of like other elements of being a Giallo, maybe it falls flat a little bit. There are some cool kills. The killer is really cool. I like the twists and turns. It's got everything you want. I would say it's just a little more hyper-sexual charge in favor of that rather than being like a super violent film. Still, really enjoyed it. Next up, we have early work from Lucio Fulci. This is Don't Torture a Duckling from 1972. The Mutant Sorority DVD does not look good at all. It looks better than some prints I get from this company, but, you know, I'm definitely going to have to upgrade at some point because I love Fulci and I want to have all of this stuff, you know, on pretty good quality format. So, yeah, set in a more rural setting rather than the picturesque, like, bustling city setting, you know, European, like, city setting that, you know, most Giallos tend to adopt. Really, really cool. I really like how critical it is of the Catholic Church as far as the plot line is concerned and what happens and all the child killings and stuff. This movie's pretty ruthless. It's Fulci. It's Fulci all the way, but it's stylistic crime, like horror slash procedural slash Giallo, you know, long before he decided to venture out and become more supernatural with most of his dealings in later fucking, you know, in the latter part of his filmography at least. So, really, really cool to see some Fulci that's a little more grounded and not just so bizarre. Like, definitely some bizarre shit happening here, but in terms of, like, Fulci films, this is a pretty tame watch. I have to admit, guys, I need to rewatch this one. This is the one I'm least familiar with out of all of them. I still, you know, remember a lot of good kills. Music's fantastic. Setting is really cool. I really like the police procedural, like, leanings in this one as well. I feel like they hit the best. They're just kind of the best done as far as, like, police procedural tropes go for these sort of deals. And the killer looks really, really cool. It kind of looks like the killer from Nightmare Beach. Leather clad, super slick back fucking motorcycle helmet, you know, riding a fucking motorcycle and killing people. Pretty cool precursor to that idea, and not a bad Giallo, just not one of my favorites on the update, but another really solid addition by Arrow. Like, looks fantastic, looks really, really good. A couple more here. I have an MGM Blu-ray. This is it's a Giallo, but it's a little more reliant on slasher tropes. I would say 80s slasher tropes, but I would say it's still a Giallo, especially considering the music and the plot devices and stuff. It's definitely a little more like in the Giallo realm than just the straight up slasher realm. But yeah, it's really, really good though. I actually really like this movie. I think I've rewatched this like the most out of all of them. The score is really good. I really like the music in this film. I really like the acting. This MGM Blu-ray looks fantastic, sounds fantastic. Definitely check out Too Scared to Scream from 1986. Okay, one more, guys. This is the Phantom of Death from 1988 with Michael York and Donald Pleasance, amongst others. This is the Shameless DVD of it, an import, if there ever was one. There's the artwork with the English title on there. This is reversible, so I guess I could show you the full thing too. Here's the other artwork with Michael York's fucked up face. Pretty cool edition of this. I've always wanted some of these Shameless releases, and I just... until now, I never really pulled the trigger on them, but this was really, really sick. This looks fantastic. This movie itself, while it is a Giallo, it's kind of also like a reverse Giallo as far as the plot is concerned. You kind of know what's going on, or at least you think you know what's going on until a certain point in the movie. Very grisly kills. The killer himself is really, really cool. I really like it. Definitely towards the slasher end of the scale as well. Using a lot of slasher tropes, 80s slasher tropes, being that it is from the late 80s. But, you know, a Giallo. through and through still. So felt inclined to include it. And yeah, that's going to wrap it up, guys. Got that Shameless DVD there. Definitely check that shit out. And I hope everyone's doing well. I know it's a brief little update. I'm going to be back obviously next month with something else. I don't know what yet, guys. I have a lot of box sets to do, so I might do the box sets. I'm looking over here at some other shit. I also have, obviously, another VHS update coming. A few of them coming still, so, you know, we're going to get along soon. I'm very busy, guys. I've got a bunch of gigs booked with my bands already this year, like all the way out to July already. So we're going to do our best to cram it all in. I appreciate everyone always coming back, you know, and watching and just engaging. And I really love talking about films with y'all. So everyone fucking be well, be good to yourself, be good to your loved ones, and go watch some fucking horror films. Keep the fucking scene alive, y'all. Mad love, everybody. Later.